Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to part 4 of the Suzuki Alto. What started off as being a head gasket but turned into a cracked head. Today we're going to continue putting stuff back together. On the last video we put the head on and torqued it down, so now we're going to move on to putting the camshaft in and ultimately the cam belt, etc, etc. So let's crack on. Right, we're in the engine bay. We're going to put the cams on. You can see it's cam. I've got the cam laid out there with all the cam caps or bearing caps, and on the two end caps, one that fits there and that one that fits there, we have to put a little bit of sealant on the face of them, on the outside of this one and on all of that one. But first of all, I'm going to put the cam in, but I'm going to splurge a little bit of oil on stuff. I haven't got any assembly lube or anything, so I'm just using engine oil, which is what goes on there really, so shouldn't be an issue, should it? Tiny bit on that O-ring. I'll put a tiny bit in here. I don't want too much in here because obviously the lip seal's got to go in there. Right, let's place that one in. At this end, the far end, it's an offset groove or slot that goes into the electronic distributor, cam position sensor, whatever it's called. So just plop it in there, sit that down, splurge more oil, don't want too much in that one because obviously I've got to put sealer in there. I have put too much in there. That should be okay. Right, so these caps, I'll just rest these on for now. They do have a tightening order and they're tightened to 11 Newton meters, which isn't a great deal. These are all marked up as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I can count, I know. 5. Right, and I'll splodge, I say splodge, carefully put a small amount of sealer on these face. Use the trusty old Heinemar again. Probably not the factory stuff, but I like it. It's what I grew up with, and probably what I'm going to end up with. Might even seal my coffin lid down with it, you never know. So just plonked a little bit on there. And I'm going to put a little bit on the outside edge of this, which is that side of it. Don't need it on the inside, just where it's going to go to the atmosphere, so to speak. Don't need a great deal with this. I don't want it rattling around the engine, blocking pour or oil ways and stuff, and you don't want them getting in the bearings either. So it doesn't need a lot. There. torque wrench, or my little torque wrench. You won't be able to see it from there, but it is set to 11 Newton meters, and I'll go through the sequence. There, done. And for those who want to know the sequence, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Done. One thing I did forget to say, before you tighten these up, make sure your cam is in top dead center by just putting your pulley wheel in and turning it just to get it in the right place, because if you try and bolt that one down, you know, the actual, all this down with it in the wrong place, you could be pushing the valves onto the top of the pistons. I've done that before, but make sure you do it before you tighten any of this up. Right, next up is the lip seal. I've put a little bit of oil around it. Sorry if you can't see, the light is here. And I've just put a smidgen of oil on the shaft, and in theory, it should just push in. That's in. Make sure it's fully home. That's good. Next up, rocker shafts. Lubed them up. They've all been cleaned. Put plenty of lube on when I reassembled them. So I'm going to put a bit of oil down on there. Don't want it really much in the bolt holes, but I want to, well, it's not running this, but I'll put a bit in there. So I'll probably have to wiggle these around a bit because they're bound to be awkward, because they always are, like this. Took a bit of fiddling, didn't it? Right, these are a 6mm hex drive or Allen key. Something you've got to be really careful with these when you put them in, you don't trap them as they go down, because they're sprung loaded out. So it will take a bit of fiddling. Right, that actually took so long, probably fast forward most of it for you, but because these are sprung, see what I'm doing there? Those are sprung. When you first put the shaft in, they sit on top of that ledge there, that block. So you've got to sort of tighten them a tiny bit and make sure they're sat in, tighten them a little bit, but you can't do it up. Oh, that's compression, that's why. You can't be doing it up with power tools because you're just going to damage something. But these are all free as they're supposed to be now. That one's obviously trying to compress that valve. Yeah, but you see what I mean? So you've got to hold them in, nip that up, hold that in, nip that up, work your way along. Right, got my torque wrench set to 22 Newton meters. You can't see it, but believe me, it is. We're just going to work our way along. Before we get carried away, I've got to put this on because it won't go on after the cam wheel. Goes on down there, I don't know if you can see. But anyway, I've got funny bolts with spacers on. And there's a spacer missing, I'll find that. I'll find that as well in a minute. Ah, the spacer's in the rubber. Before we get carried away, I've got to put this on because it won't go on after the cam wheel. Goes on down there, I don't know if you can see. But anyway, I've got funny bolts with spacers on. And there's a spacer missing, I'll find that. I'll find that as well in a minute. Ah, the spacer's in the rubber. Next up, we've got the cam wheel, and that's got a slot in it which goes over the pin there. This has got to be up to 54 Newton meters, I believe. Yep, 54 Newton meters. I don't have a locking tool, so all I'm going to do is put that on one of the bolts that held that on and then turn against it, and hopefully it'll be alright. Hopefully. Let's try it. Trying it once. That's it. Right, next thing I'm going to put in is the tensioner. As you can see in there, to help with the adjustment, is a little, I don't know what size it is, 6mm. You use a 6mm Allen key to tighten it up and down. So I'm just going to slip that in there. I'll quickly take you off to show you where it goes. You see it down there? It goes on there. Just on there. And there's a little hole where the dowel goes on the back. So that just goes down there. Right, next up, we've got to try and get the cam belt on. I'm going to try and move you, see if I can get you a better position to see what's going on. Right, I'm trying my best to give you a view of what's going on, but as you can imagine it's quite difficult. So I'm just going to get the cam belt on. Both of our timing marks are top dead center on the bottom pulley and on here. So it obviously goes on top of the tensioner and then just feeds around. And if you can, I don't know if you can see, you want the front to be the tighter, and it should, in theory, slip on. I might have to take that tensioner off to do that. Oh, it might be alright. Let's see, I'll slip that one back off a little bit. Slip it forward. Oh, moved everything. Try again. Right, that's on. I'm just going to go down below and check the marks. You won't be able to see what I'm doing there. I've checked the timing marks and we're all good. So now we're going to use 6mm Allen key to adjust the tensioner, and it's a 7mm to do the tensioner bolt up. This will take a bit of fiddling here and there, but we'll get there. See how that just adjusts it in and out on the cam? I'll just give it a nip there. should be able to get, I haven't got a tool, should be able to get a reasonably quarter turn there. Need a tiny bit more actually. It's a bit fiddly, especially when you've got big boyer's sausage hands and fingers like mine. Oh, that's better. Right, I can get quarter turn on the longest bit. Snip that up there, just to hold it. There. Right, the torque figure for the cam tensioner, cam belt tensioner, is 19 Newton meters. It's a bit awkward to get to. There she is. I don't want to come out there. Alright, so we've got to lower the engine just to get this plastic cover on. I'll show you what I mean. There's absolutely no way it's going to go in like that. So let's lower it down. I've got to be careful because I've got all the cables up here all tied up. So let's go down slow and keep an eye on it. I don't want to pull any cables out or anything. Like that. Oh, I forgot to say, there's a little rubber O-ring there that locates on that lug there to do the initial sort of line up. Is it gonna go in? Dough upside down. There. Right, and then a few screws around here. Right, next up, bottom pulley wheel. And there's a keyway on the crankshaft, got to find it. That's it, that's on. I'll just put the bolt in for now. But as you can see, if you can see from that angle, the engine's got dropped down a lot lower to be able to get do that one up. So I'll have to get Glamorous Assistant. Ooh, that's not on. Set. I have to get my Glamorous Assistant to stand on the brake while it's in gear, and then I'll do that one up. Right, I'm just going to lower the engine down so we can get to that centre pulley. And there she is. There. Right, got my Glamorous Assistant, the foot on the brake. See if I can tighten it up to 85 Newton meters. That's it. Perfect. Thank you, Chloe. Next thing we'll put in is the dipstick tube, which, I don't know if you can see it down there, goes in a little hole there, and then that bolt goes in there. Can you see? I can't see anything. See there? That one there. and then the dipstick, stopping it going in. Right guys, that's all I've got time for today. Next time we'll be doing the tappets and plumbing it all in, and hopefully we'll have a go for a start. So if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please look us up on Instagram, larks_workshop. Hopefully it's down there somewhere. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay at home. Cheers then.